Previously on ClashCast.
Hello, this is Taco Lover, and you are listening to ClashCast. I am here with Scott. Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah!
My castle stands at the end of it all. With strength in numbers, should one of us fall.
And welcome to ClashCast. This is Scott, and I'm here with Rig, and Rob is in the bathroom taking a poop, probably for the entirety of the show. What's up?
What's going on, Scott?
I don't know. I'm trying to record this with those grunts coming out of the bathroom, but we'll see what's going on. Anyway, it's Barbapalooza. Barbapalooza!
Yeah, the Barbs. The Barbs are back in town.
You don't seem near as excited as I am about Barbapalooza.
I'm still getting used to it, but I like 5 seconds. That's pretty cool. If you're gonna cook them, let's cook them fast.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. I can do any raid. If I find one without even searching, it's like they're done by the time I get back. But you got to make sure you reset your camps or you just come back to empty camps.
Yeah, it's about, 4 minutes, maybe less, to fill up.
It seems like it's instant. 5 seconds a pop.
Yeah, it is almost instant because if you're doing a raid and the raid takes you 3 minutes, by the time you come back, you're either full or close to full. So yeah, they're rotating really fast. But are you doing full Barbs?
Yeah, because it's useless to try anything else. At first, I tried to do like I do when I'm going marching. I was doing 2 camps Barbs, 2 camps archers, and then I end up with like
all Barbs,
10 archers and all Barbs. So it was just kind of pointless.
Yeah,
it definitely throws off the way that I would barch for loot. So it's kind of a hybrid between using all gobs, which I prefer, and using half of barch, so the Barbs. So you don't have quite the luck you do when you're going for the win / the loot that you would with barching. And it definitely isn't near as good just going for loot like you would with gobs, but it's so much faster. What the hell? You just go ahead and try it.
Yeah, let's not forget also the dragons are part of this promotional time. So what do you think about 6-minute dragons?
It's a game changer for my bottom account because I only have 1 barrack that can make drags. So
yeah,
in a way, it's pretty cool. I like the dragons being 6 minutes because I only have 1 barrack that can make drags. So as long as I'm, playing that account for a minute, I can sit there and get those through. But I only do war there, so it kind of almost ties my hands to hang out on the account longer than I want to be, instead of going back every hour or so. But
I think it would have been cool if they would have lowered the training cost as well. They don't seem
well, you can gym them, and that's what I did. So I didn't have to oh god, can't even talk. So I didn't have to hang out on the account that I don't even farm or play with.
Yeah.
So 3 level 2 drags took like 6 gems, so I just popped them out and then left. So that makes it a lot easier too.
That's true. I mean, for those that are using dragons in their war attacks, you don't have to worry about boosting your barracks for the long time to cook. You could just get those out. So I think for that it's pretty cool. But I'm trying to figure out why Barbs and Dragons. Do you think this is kind of a clue? Something else is going to come up?
Maybe it's the Dragon Rider we've been hoping for. I don't know.
That'd be awesome.
I seriously doubt that's what's going to happen. I think maybe, other than like the lower counts, like the 7 and 8s, maybe dragons aren't used enough, so they're kind of bringing that back, and maybe to drop a 5 with a new town hall. But that doesn't make sense with the Barb because they just upped him to the 7 recently. So it's got to be something that has them together, I would guess, because it's really fucking random.
Not only that, let's not forget that Supercell had mentioned the Barbs and the Dragons in the Liam Neeson commercial. So they wanted this Barbs and Dragons to be put out there nationally. So
right,
maybe they got something planned, and we just got to wait and see what it's going to be.
And maybe it is the Dragon Rider combo. Scotty and Boneyard were talking about their new troop contest.
Yeah.
You hear that when you listen to it?
Yeah.
So I sent my email in
Uh-huh.
because I want them too, and I listen to them every time. But I put mine isn't a troop; it'd be like a combiner.
Mm-hmm.
One thing be like a dragon rider, so like a wizard on a dragon that's safe until the dragon dies, so it could be shooting wherever, or a Pika or a golem or a giant carrying a wall breaker, or a golem and a Pika carrying a wizard that can sit there and shoot while they're doing their thing, and that's completely safe until the carrying unit is dead.
What about if like a dragon can carry so many barbs, and then when it gets shot out of the sky, the barbs fall wherever the dragon dies?
Right, like it grabs them, like a couple fistfuls of barbs, so it drops.
It drops them right
10
where
to
the
12.
Yeah, right there, right on the spot where the dragon dies.
Yeah, that'd actually be fucking badass. I didn't even think about that.
That would be cool though. And what I like about the game is that Supercell's, they're on top of this game. I mean, they're constantly updating it. There's always it seems like they're really concerned with keeping people entertained and interested in the game. And it shows because they're always doing these little promotions and got you guessing, There's a lot of people on YouTube that always are speculating on what's the next big thing for Supercell. So
Yeah, I never even thought about someone carrying it. My mind's going crazy now. Because I only thought about things riding it. So the only thing that made sense riding a dragon was a wizard, and maybe an archer,
yeah,
a witch.
But a barb, I mean, that makes barbs
But
cool
they're
again.
dropping barbs like bombs. They'll be like drop soldiers in some other video games.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. You can see the dragon just chucking barbs all over the map.
And that could be the final blow that gets you that town hall too. So how many times are we getting our drag on? Get it?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and the last breath, we're just fucked. One more breath would have took the town hall. So
Right.
that happens. You drop a dozen fistfuls of barbs, and they just go nuts. Boom, boom, boom. Hit the town hall. Or when those dragons have that one dragon a breath away from the AD, but the rest of the dragons are still coming in, getting whapped. I mean, that could really change it up. That'd be pretty neat.
Yeah. I think that what we're looking at since the Christmas update is Supercell, they definitely have a plan, and they're sort of like inching their way towards whatever Town Hall 11 is going to be. Whether they drop it, this summer or later, it looks like they're prepping everything with the troops, right?
Yeah, absolutely. One, there's no way it's not a level 5 drag. There's no chance in hell there's not a level 5 drag. They were talking about speculations too. I agree. Definitely going to be the witch.
Yeah, going up a level.
There's just no way that it can't be. Being the only troop at 2. So I agree there too. But I also think that there's something coming out that just isn't a troop.
Well, do you remember?
There's got to be something where maybe you can add magic to a troop or the combining things. I just feel like it's something like that that's going to happen.
Do you remember about like maybe it was like 6 months ago, there was this leaked screenshot of it looks sort of like some sort of air balloon that carried troops. Did you ever see that picture?
Yeah, but I thought that was just kind of like the skin they were using for the pig dog.
Well,
or the fuck that thing's called.
What I think
Lava Hound.
What I think maybe we saw was maybe an experimental troop though for carrying
That's
ground
carrying
troops.
something.
Yeah. So what if
So that
everyone?
could be the skin for the dragon.
Yeah. What if everyone hated the balloon idea because there's already balloons and they just thought, hey, well, we got dragons that fly. Why don't we make it look cool? And so, you have like a 6-slot dragon or a 10-slot dragon that carries troops. What if you could carry
the fucking Hardy Boys.
I know. Following the clues, man.
Meet me at Old Mystery Bridge.
It is fun to speculate, but we really don't know anything. But I like
that definitely was holding troops because it had that basket.
Yeah,
it was like a zeppelin.
Yeah. It was this weird looking thing. I don't think it looked good at all. I'm glad they didn't put it in the game.
Yeah, I completely discarded that from possible thought because I just assumed that weird shape they use for the lava helm.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah, that makes sense because it's definitely a troop carrier.
it shows that the developers are working on stuff and they just haven't figured it out yet. But I mean, from the time of that screenshot leak to now, that's been over 6 months. So who knows? Maybe they're ready for it. But
Oh, I'm so fucking pumped. It's happened, but I'm pumped. It's got to be.
yeah, and you know what too? Like everybody uses Barch, I think on a daily basis. So it would be kind of cool. I'm glad that they're doing this for the Barbs. It kind of makes you excited to use those little guys again, because it's easy to start jumping to the bigger troops or use minions or whatever for your raids. But I mean, archers and Barbs, man, that's where it's at. That's how you make your money.
Right. Well, I still prefer going for the loot with my all gobs,
Uh-huh.
but this is kind of training me, because I think Barbs are still faster to make than gobs, no matter what. But now we're learning that in an all Barb army, we get the same amount of loot and not lose stars. So it opened my eyes to that a little bit.
So
Because I'm not only one-starring, when I'm doing this, I'm very often two-starring, and occasionally, depending on how shitty the base is, getting 3 stars with all Barbs. And so that's when the 3 stars happen, but that's usually, it's apart before I have another clan castle.
yeah, I've been doing full Barbs, and it's definitely a skill because you're not shooting over the wall like if you were doing full archers. So you got to be picky with the base, but there's a lot of bases that have 50% on the outside of the walls.
Yeah, and if it's happening to you like it is me, you're missing it by a few percent, and you realize that you just got a little sloppy and left something behind. If you would have just paid more attention, you would have had it every time.
Yeah, we've had a lot of shows in the past now, and and listening to the other podcasts, I know that it's about 40 buildings on the outside account to get your 50%. So for those that want to use an all Barb attack, you got to surround the base. You can't come in from one side unless you're going to throw in some wall breakers and then throw your heroes to get inside the base. But I mean, you can surround a base and hit 40 buildings and get your 50%.
Yeah, I'm fucked. My Barb King's down, so I'm not even getting to enjoy all these Barbs with my Barb King now, because then it would be a lot easier, because then you could rage him,
Oh,
and he's going to
man.
rage all those little fuckers around, so I'm just doing it without him.
Yeah. What's cool is if you drop down like 3 or 4 fingers on your base and then just get them all right next to the Barb King and then just have them all rage at the same time. That's insane.
Yeah, they'll burrow right through. They'll get past, even at like a level 7 wall, they'll just plow through it right to the center.
Yeah.
They go nuts.
Oh yeah, I mean they're a lot stronger than the gob trying to fight through the wall. So
Right.
yeah,
And at level 7 Barbs, when you have that Barb King raging them, they just go nuts. It's like termites.
well, I'm glad they did it. I'm glad they promoted it on their Super Bowl ad. And what do you think about Liam Neeson playing Clash of Clans? Or should I call him Angry Neeson 52?
It makes you wonder if he even plays, because this is one of those things that's going to be a heartbreak story. I think they're just using him as a figurehead. But
But
it
what
was,
if?
What if? I wonder if that's who Butt Raider is in our clan, because you bet that's the same. But it's kind of a weird thing. I think they just picked the most random guy that you would never consider playing Clash of Clans to do that. So
Yeah, but
if they would have picked a B character, they would have been like, oh yeah, Christian Slater fucking plays Clash of Clans. We can believe that.
yeah, I don't think there's another Heathers movie coming out for a while.
Corn nuts!
Yeah, but that whole Taken movie, and he's got the memes too. There's a lot of people that are like, "I will find you," and Neeson's the badass man. He's the go-to guy. So
Yeah, these movies are all really good, but I think they were just... Who can we just completely freak the fuck out if we used? Who would know this guy's a badass, never think he's going to be at a little coffee shop playing a goofy-ass video game talking. And they did it, because I couldn't do anyone else that would have made me go, what the fuck, as much as him.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny because I know that there's a lot of Clashers out there that probably when they saw the commercial, they were like having their geek moment, and like probably like everyone else in the party was like, "What's this commercial about?" You know, they didn't get it. So that was cool, though. I really liked that.
That's good because I don't get what the fuck the point of the Super Bowl is. So
It's to sell beer ads. That's what it's for. No, I'm just kidding. Actually,
makes sense now.
I don't want to get into football on a Clash show, but it was a nail biter. So it was better than last year's. Let's just say that. But anyways, moving on. You wanted to talk about Wills Brown. We had a war a couple of wars ago with a clan called Wills Brown, and some banter was going on with these guys and us.
Yeah, I put a little message in there. We like to haze the clans back and forth in our clan description.
Yeah.
And they put one back, and then I was like, man, these guys are pretty cool. They're joking around back. Gets towards close to the end of the war. I think it was an hour left.
Yeah.
And one of them comes over. Hey, we just want to congratulate you. And everyone's like, don't let him in. He's a spy. Like it's clear he's a spy. So we let him in. Talked to him. Congratulations for the win. About an hour in, he could have sat there and screenshot everything we had. And we could have lost the war. I mean, it wasn't that big of a head of war. And
How many?
he was super cool. Came over and we discussed tactics and how we each run our clan. And
How many
all
hours?
those guys are more than welcome to come over anytime.
Was this like near the end of the war or like in the middle? Because I didn't see when he came in.
No, it was like an hour 15 minutes before the war was over.
Oh, okay.
It was a real stupid fucking move to let him in, to be honest with you. But
Yeah, too late by then though.
no, they could have done it. Had the numbers to do it.
I'm checking out their score right now. So what did he ended up saying?
None, we just congratulated us. He mentioned that we're the first clan that really gave him a run for the money in a while, and just wanted to say, hey, I guess they felt they were out of steam, but the numbers added up to where they could have came back, and especially, with some intel. Because our top hasn't been hit yet, and they still had one raid each out of their top 3 or 4.
Yeah. Yeah, we beat them 113 to 96.
Yeah, so I mean, that's nothing to come back from that when they still had that many raids to go, because we still had a lot of stars to claim in our mid too.
Yeah,
There was some stuff I remember right that were still left at like 1 star.
yeah, they weren't battling bad. It just kind of comes down to whether you're gonna finish off the base or not, and they weren't able to pull off the 3 stars, and we were able to. So, but it was a good matchup. I like that, and I don't know if Wills Brown is a person. It's with 1 L, by the way, 1 word. But if it's a person that they're like clanned after, or if it's some section of the world, they did a good job, and they had a good attitude about it, and
Yeah, they knew we weren't fucking with them. They knew we were just having fun. It's a game, and we're playing around, and you got to respect people like that who can sit there and take a joke and then come over and be cool with us, and he's welcome to come over. I guess his wife plays. If they ever wanted to come hang out with us at any time of war, they're more than welcome.
Oh, that's right. They had they were couples. They had husband-wife couples and stuff like that in their clan, huh?
Which we do too, so they can just start throwing all their keys in a bowl.
In the punch bowl.
In the punch bowl.
Yeah, so shout out to Wills Brown, and also if you want to check out LexCorp's our war chart or our war stats, we'll be posting them on our Twitter, and mine is Rigoletto Clash, and the main LexCorp one is a LexCorp Clash. So we'll be posting up all the war updates and stuff like that. Right now I'm looking at our war screen, and we have all green except for that tie when we had that
our first draw
105 to 105 versus BG Box, and man, dang it, it sucked because I remember we were going up and down with the stars trying to keep the lead, and we just couldn't. So
Yeah, and I'm sure people can relate to that last few minutes of war where you're cussing at everything and you're begging the clock to hurry up. You're begging our last guy to get that fucking raid in. And I believe it was Bree that came in the last minute, right? And got the star to take the lead. And then within like the last minute or so, they came in and got 1 star and tied it up. And then we had no raids left, so we're just fucked.
yeah, all you can do is sit there and wait.
Because the unfortunate, and I guess fortunate thing of our clan is we more time than not have 100% participation on all raids. And we do it really quickly. So
We have 5 hours
we
usually.
get them in, so we give these fuckers a run for their money because everyone's getting 2 shots. But at the same time, in that scenario,
Yeah.
we felt so helpless as that clock turned slower and slower to the end of the war.
I wish Supercell would leave the details of the war on the whole list. I don't know why it only has to be 2. That kind of sucks, because I want to go back to look at some of these wars from like 7 or 8 wars ago.
I'm not sure if it's detailed to 2. I think if we quit getting updates, I think that's what's causing
Is that what it is? I thought it was just
to
2.
show that. It might be. I'm not really sure. But
Yeah,
if
I've
you
only
think about it, we've gotten an update of some sort, whether it's just like a little soft update or what, pretty nonstop for the last couple months.
Yeah, well, I wish they'd knock it off.
Or a
'cause
maintenance break.
I want to see all the war details, because I mean, at least for us, if we're doing a show, it'd be cool to like be able to go into that war and see who got the 3 stars and who got this and who got most heroic. But there's no way of looking at any of this stuff. So maybe some more updates are going to be coming out with Clan Wars, so we can have some more info. But most heroic and all that stuff's cool. I like looking at the damage per attack and all that stuff. The stats are cool.
I'd like to see a reasoning behind what causes most heroic.
It seems like it's the challenge to who you're attacking, because usually if you fight up, you have a chance at most heroic.
No, because there was like a couple wars ago on my baby account, which is number 40.
Uh-huh.
I went up and 3-starred number 20. And then Tyler 1-starred like
Tyler.
number 25. 1-starred him, and he was like, I don't know, whatever he is. He's in the high 20s on his rank.
Poor Tyler.
And he ended up getting most heroic.
You probably
And that
kicked
doesn't make
him.
a bit of sense to me. So I kicked him.
All right, for those listening, there's a running joke with Tyler from our clan. He gets kicked about twice a day on average, and he's always welcome back, but Scott loves to kick him. So he has kind of a beaten wife syndrome with Scott at this point. He just keeps coming back, but he's a good guy.
The horrible thing is he actually works for me, and I do the same thing in real life.
You give him the real
You're
boot?
fired. All right, you're hired. You're fired. Come on.
He just kind of rolls with it now. He even like waits for the kick.
No, he's super cool.
Yeah.
He doesn't take it personally. He knows I'm fucking around.
Yeah.
But he went from being, I know we've said this about a couple guys, he actually went from being one of the worst fucking attackers and definitely one of the worst base builders. And I'm glad he scrapped that base and started over to, he's good for 6 most of the time.
No, actually, when you look at his stats, he does really good. He's been learning and he's gotten better with his attacks, but it's just funny because he just gets kicked all the time.
He's definitely our king.
Have you ever kicked him while doing a podcast? You should go in there right now.
No.
Why don't you just go in there and just kick him for no reason?
But I've kicked him twice during his raid. He'll do a raid and come back and just have a clan.
Oh man! Oh, speaking of players, I want to give a big shout out to Deep Fried Oprah, who came into the clan and hung out with us for a couple of nights. great guy. Just started donating, didn't even complain about it. Just started sending max troops. He gave me some max golems for the last war. So thank you.
Yeah, super helpful. He gave advice, not preached. A lot of high level players will come into a clan and just lay their fucking dick on the coffee table and say, check out how big it is. And he didn't do that. He was super cool.
Yeah.
He's supposed to come back and war with us Friday, I believe. And yeah, he's welcome anytime. He was actually in the Zod L war with us, so it's cool to see someone from the original podcast clan come over so we can check him out. I think he's been doing his own clan thing for a while, and we got both his accounts there, so
Yeah, I'm really glad about that. And
maybe we can trick him into leaving.
yeah, he's a great asset for whoever has him. So
Maybe XDem can give him some free iTunes cards.
XDem. Yeah, speaking of the other end of the spectrum, yeah, XDem's a good guy. We have a new guy in our clan. I don't know much about him. He's been with us only about a week or so. But I'm going to give him a shout out because we've hazed him pretty bad. But XDem, if you're listening, I'm glad you're part of our clan. You're learning. You're doing a good job. So keep it up. I think it's kind of hard for new guys to come into our clan and they don't know what to expect. And so, some guys, they have a hard time trying to fit in. And XDem was one of those guys. He was just trying to find his spot.
I imagine coming into our clan is a lot like joining a fraternity where, you're getting hazed and kind of treated like shit a little bit, or at least the perception of it's getting treated like shit, even though we're making the same jokes to everyone. So, it's a lot like joining a fraternity, each other off, or elephant walking around the campus. But if you can take the heat and bring it back, we love that shit. We're not afraid for you to joke at us. And I mean, that's all we're doing. If we think you're a motherfucker, we boot you. We're not make jokes to you.
Yeah, and as far as you and me, I mean, we haven't had to worry about what it feels like to join a clan in a long time. But I think for guys that are, coming into the clan, they sort of want to be a badass because they see all the stars that are being put up on the war ladder, and I think it gets a little intimidating after a while, and so they feel like they got to kind of puff their chest a little.
Those bottom stars are just as important as the top stars.
Yeah, and eventually either they settle in or they don't feel comfortable or we're just not the right fit, and then they take off after a couple of days. You kind of know after about 48 hours if they're going to stick around. But, I mean, we've been steadily growing. I mean, that's been really the exciting part of it.
The feeder's full.
Yeah, we have LexCorp 2.0, if you guys want to check that out. Anybody can join that, by the way, if you want to talk about our podcast, or if you just want to learn war. Most of our leaders have an alternate account in the 2.0 clan, so you're talking to the same people that are in the main clan. So if you want to join over there,
or even if you want to swing by the main clan and say hi and you don't have the troops, just put in your request. Just here to say, hey, I know I don't have the troops. Just wanted to say hi, and we chat it up for a second, and we'll cut you loose before war or something like that. And
or if you want to come in and
come back when you're ready,
or if you want to come in and donate troops, we'll always take that too. Man, it's been so hard. I mean, we've been we've been supporting without the lack of too many town hall 10s. There's about 3-4 of us now in the clans. Donations gets pretty rough now.
Yeah,
we rely on those wins to keep getting us through. So anyways, thanks Deep Fried Oprah for checking us out, and hopefully you stop by again. But anyways, you wanted to talk about something that I never really gave much consideration to, Scott, and you're talking about hiding loot.
Right. Well, on my Town Hall 10, and I should probably do this on my baby account too, because I just get raped on it.
Okay.
But I'm maxing out my Town Hall 8. All I have left on it, and wrap up the last level hog in my Valks. So I'm sitting on all this elixir and all this gold. Or why all the builders are busy. You don't want to get completely raped of what you got. But there'll be people sitting on full orbs, you can buy all those stupid ass decorations, all the flags and everything like that.
Oh, okay.
Because you're going to be warring. You're going to be gaining loot the whole time all that shit's going on anyway.
Yeah.
So you're just losing it.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, I could buy those decorations. I'm wasting it on that.
Mm-hmm.
But when you cash it in, I can't remember exactly what the percentage is. Maybe 40% or 50%.
Yeah, I think it's half.
But you sell that shit back, and you have full fucking orbs and mines when you go into Town Hall 9. That's a lot of fucking loot to take into Town Hall 9. So that's my plan, is to
So basically
buy
just
all the decorations,
buy it all.
and fill my orbs and my gold storage. Then go to Town Hall 9, sell all that shit, and have all that, extra loot to go into it. But even if you're not going into a Town Hall 9 yet, or the next Town Hall, and you just need to hide that fucking loot because you're hemorrhaging it more somewhere, because you're making... I think even the lowest people in a clan war are still making 400,000 a war. Why waste that when you could sit there and still at least get it?
Yeah. Do you ever let your clan castle fill up with loot, or do you dump it immediately?
I didn't. I've been doing it a lot lately.
Uh-huh.
But I'm just now getting to on illness where my main account where I'm not broke, because I've been doing that, and I've been putting my town hall outside again, because I was just I was paying for trophies.
Yeah.
And I'm writing my shields completely on that account. So I want to go back in after the podcast and play with Barbs, but if I got hit, I'm just going to ride the shield out. And then go play on Get Up Kids or something like that, because I got so much loot on there right now, it doesn't even matter, because there's nothing I can spend elixir on anymore. I can only spend on walls and dark, so I might as well just play around. But all 5 builders are busy for the next 4 days, wrapping up the level 12 mines and pumps.
Yeah, you're at that critical stage where you're not quite ready to leave yet, but you're right at the door. You're about to upgrade that town hall.
Right, and I definitely wish I would have seen the elixir not working on walls anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would have been done with the walls completely, and I could have focused on other things.
Yeah.
Because elixir is obviously a lot easier to come by than gold. For me, at least.
Yeah. I've been doing a lot better with elixir lately since the update. It's gotten a little better for me, and now I'm starting to get some elixir done. In fact, I got Barbs in the lab right now to get them to level 6. So I've had a real challenge since I started Town Hall 9 back in early December of having enough elixir to keep my lab busy. It's been really tough, and I haven't been gemming anything like that. So doing it the old-fashioned way, it's taken me a lot longer. So, and what sucks...
Yeah, the other thing you can do with that... Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say is that, like, when you're sitting on 5 million, 6 million elixir, just be prepared to lose a big chunk of it. so
Yeah, you're a target.
Oh, man. I just, like, everybody was coming after me. So I was glad to get rid of it. I'm glad the Barbs are cooking. But what were you going to say?
Another thing, as far as those ornaments and decorations, everyone does this at one point or another. They buy something stupid, the pirate flag or the mighty statue.
Mm-hmm.
If you have one of those most pointless decorations, you're just sitting on it, you can cash that shit in for your gems back too.
Not at full price, though, right?
Well, you still get a chunk of them. At 500 gems, you probably get like at least 200 gems back. I forget what I got for mine, because I bought that a long time ago because I just thought it was cool.
Supercell is
I didn't realize how valuable 500 was.
Supercell is like the worst loan shark, huh? You give them 500 gems, and when you cash back, like at the pawn shop, they're gonna give you like 100 gems back.
But how many times have you been to a fucking 1 gem boost and you're only out of gems during one gem boost.
Oh, it always
Like,
happens.
fuck, I can't even do it.
Yeah.
So if you had one of those fucking dumbass things sitting around, maybe that's the time to tear it down. Peace out, mighty statue. It's stupid anyway. It looks like the Frisch's big boy with the sword.
The
Like,
mighty
it's
P.E.K.K.A.
It's completely pointless. No, the P.E.K.K.A is the one you can buy. It's the mighty statue where it like looks like the Frisch's big boy or Super Mario.
Yeah. Yeah, he's looking all up in the sky like he's,
He's bashing a block or hole.
Yeah, I know, he's got that gut going on. He looks funny. I have him right now on my base. He's just a funky looking guy.
But that's a great way to hide your loot. Or
When you said hiding loot, I thought you meant like stick the storage behind a tree or something.
well, that might work too.
I had a
I
Christmas
used to do
present.
that with, go ahead.
I had a Christmas present that was hidden behind a tree. I didn't even know it was there until I cut the tree down.
And you just got a little surprise.
Yeah.
But I used to, in my earlier days, I haven't done this in a long time, we used to fill our camps up, and then we'd put the most expensive shit in there. Like, I think wall breakers ended up being the most expensive stuff that would hide the most elixir.
That's when they were one space instead of two, right?
Right.
Okay, I remember that.
You would just sit there and have them shoved in there. Or if you were building it like this, I don't know why you would do it other than to just cash them back in, but whatever you had in there in the lab getting ready to pop out, like a Pika or a Dragon, you have them all in there, and as soon as the upgrade's done, then you cash them all back in for the new price. So if it was a Max Dragon that you just went to, you went from whatever that was to 42,000.
Oh, right, because
So you
if
can
it's
make a little extra money that way.
if it's in the camp, then it has to upgrade it for no cost.
Yeah, even if it's in the barrack
Oh, even if it's in the barracks too?
being built, if it's queued, because you already paid for it, then it just flips over.
Yeah, I was doing that trick for a while, but I forgot about it. That's a good way to hide money, or at least if you know you're going to be using a troop, just cook a bunch of them at the previous level price.
Because that's not necessarily more hiding it per se, is making less of a target, I guess. If you're at that sweet spot. In the lower levels anyway, it doesn't really matter in the high levels.
You know what? You just made me think of an idea. So since the barbs are super quick right now, if you know at night your shield's going to run out, you could fill your camp with barbs, and then just buy all the dragons, and then hide some money in the dragons while you're logged off.
I think it ended up being, even with the main bases, I think wall breakers took more money than dragons.
Yeah, because dragons, 30? Well, mine are 36.
20 spaces.
Right. Well, maybe that's not practical. It's 36,000 elixir for 20 spaces. So what is the best hiding troop right now?
It's the wall breaker. I haven't done it in so long, but for lower levels, they should be playing around with that.
Yeah, because the wall breaker is 3,000 for mine, and my wizards, actually the loons are 4,500 for a 5 space. No, it's still wall breaker.
Yeah, it's still expensive for 2 spaces.
Yeah, you just got to make sure you remember to sell them back to the barracks. Otherwise, if you
you do that fucking raid and you end up going full terroristo on a camp with nothing but
wall breakers,
suicide bombers.
That would be kind of funny. Well, at least if you don't have the achievement, you can get that. But that's one of the early achievements. Everybody should have that one. What was it called? Is
it Union Buster or no? Because that was for the
Wall Buster.
builder huts.
Destroy 2,000 walls in multiplayer battles. Wall Buster. Yeah. That's one of those first achievements you get.
That's a pretty stupid fucking achievement. And
Yeah.
someone needs to sit down and talk with them about how to decide what achievements give what gems, because that's always pretty skewed too.
Well, the sometimes the rewards and the experience that you get, they're not balanced for other stuff. I wish they would add actually more achievements, or at least adjust the achievements, but I know it's kind of too late now. But like heroic
And
heist,
single player.
yeah, heroic heist, steal 1,000,000 dark elixir. You only get 20 gems.
Right.
What's up with that? That's one of the hardest.
They probably think that you stole that much dark elixir, your life is good. All you need to spend gems on.
And then the next one down is League All-Star. So my next one is Reach Masters. I get 1,000 gems. So from one achievement to the next, it goes from 20 gems to 1,000 gems.
And it's definitely easier to get the master than to get all that dark elixir.
Exactly. Heroic Heist should be like 2,000 gems. X-Bow Exterminators, 200 gems. You know,
Isn't that what... And it was 50 gems for one expo, the very first part.
so even the increment was not that much from to the next star achievement.
And like 200 or 250 for going to 1250.
Yeah, but see, they kind of fixed it because when they added the War Hero and Spoils of War, War Hero to get the 1,000 stars in Clan Wars, it's 1,000 gems and 5,000 experience. That's awesome. That's
Really?
Yeah, that's a really good one. I'm at 268. I have 268 stars, so I still got a ways to go.
I don't think I'm anywhere close to that.
Yeah, but I get the 1,000 gems. I mean, that's a great payday. And then Spoils of War, collect 100 million gold in Clan War bonuses, and that's 500 gems. So
Well, fuck, let's get on it. Maybe we should be in a clan that wars every day.
you know why it's harder for you is because you're fighting in the top 3 of the clans, and then you don't get the extra stars for cleanup stars. So you only get the new stars credited to your achievement. So
Well, just look at my second and third account. Their fucking war stars are fucking high. My second one's higher than my main, I think, already.
yeah.
Because it's pulling 6 at a time.
Oh, that one. Can you check it right now? I'm curious as to how many stars you have.
I'm pretty sure with my fucking shitty internet connection, if I open this iPad, we're going to go robotic. So
Oh, okay.
we'll give it a shot, though. People like Battlestar Galactica enough to probably enjoy this.
So how many stars do you have on your smaller account, Scott?
On my medium account, I have...
Oh, Get Up Kids, yeah.
Get Up Kids, I have 277 war stars.
So you have more than me.
And on the wee little baby, I have 131,
That's really good.
which is pretty mind blowing because he's not been around that long. I wish there was like birthdays on these profiles so you could see exactly
how long
that character's been there.
Yeah.
And I only have 277 on my main.
You know what?
So that's pretty
Actually,
weak.
this could be a tip for the audience. So, if you want to go for your war stars, you should probably play that Town Hall 7 and Town Hall 8 as long as you can, because it gets harder to get the stars as you go higher. You know, you'll drop down to 2 stars. You know, and if you're doing cleanup stars, you're not getting full credit for the war attack towards your achievement.
Right, you're doing bases that your 2-star feels as your 3-star on your smaller accounts. And sometimes you're getting 1-star or maybe no fucking stars in my case, which has been a real problem lately for me.
Yeah, since in our clan we usually have 40 to 50 attacks done within the first 5 hours of war. When I get home from work, it's like the war's already done, and I'm like kind of looking around for something to get some stars on. But for the smaller guys, you guys are getting 2-3-star attacks. You're jumping up 6 stars for your achievements every 2 days.
Yeah, which is one of the main reasons I get my attacks in.
Maybe you should hold off on upgrading your town hall until you get more, until you get your achievement unlocked. That's 1,000 gems and 5,000 experience.
I don't give a fuck. I'm still going to be number 40. I'll raid whatever I want.
It'll affect your spoils of war though, because you get less bonus loot down there. But
All affects your war loot, even if you're at the bottom. I thought it was your the war map.
no, what I'm saying though is on the other achievement, Spoils of War, it's collect 100 million gold in clan war bonuses. When you're number 40 and you're fighting on the bottom, your war loot's not as high as if you're fighting up higher.
Oh, right. But that's what I was saying is, being number 40 with max drags, I can go up to fucking number 1 and 2-star it. So I can go anywhere on the map and be fine. It's not going to affect anything.
I guess it depends on what achievement you're playing for. If you wanted to play for the war hero, then yeah, you.
Because on that account, I'm not really playing for anything.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? It's there to be a juggernaut in war, but
no. And we do have a future show. I got some guests that will be coming on. We'll be talking more about the war algorithm in more detail. So look forward to that on a future episode of the Clashcast. But for now, what we're doing, to the best of our ability, is we're moderating the algorithm by having Illness. What's your guy have? Is it Ghostbuster? Ghostbuster is strictly a war. It's just a war account. That's all, right?
okay. So I think I rated outside of war maybe a total of 45 minutes to an hour, and that was only because that was one of the wars we lost, so I wasn't able to be self-sufficient. Normally with that account, war loot keeps me going to where I can just keep raiding and not worry about anything. But at the same time, it makes it really hard to upgrade. But pumps and mines will do it eventually. I actually bought some traps to keep people from getting my loot as much, and it seemed to have been helping a lot.
Yeah.
And that's definitely an account that I hoard my war loot in the clan castle.
It helps our algorithm a lot, though, because that account is designed to bring in 6 stars and lose only 3, so it's a net profit of 3. We've talked about it on a previous show. So, I mean...
And it strangely has been taking some defensive wins, too.
Oh, man, if you get yourself a nice base in there, too, then, you're gonna ward off some stars as well.
Because there's people coming. I have a telescope, not a cannon. It's a level 1, and people are coming in and losing. Which,
yeah.
Those people should probably be booted from their clan instantly when that happens.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to bet a Town Hall 10 or Town Hall 9 could beat that with all gobs.
Oh, God.
And if you're listening and you somehow get paired up with us, let's do it.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we'll talk about on a future show is some people have figured out how to pair up their feeder clans against each other by working out the algorithm with war. Right now, this is kind of becoming my little pet project, is to learn more about how this algorithm works, because some people have got some good ideas about how they think it works, but of course, it's all guesswork at this point.
Speculation.
Yeah, but there is a clan out there, Lost Phoenix, that they were able to match up their feeder clans against each other, and from what I've read, of course, it's a speculation, but that they have some things figured out, and it accounts for town hall level, and the whole thing. So we're going to be talking about that a lot more in the future, but for right now, it's helping LexCorp to have these lower accounts with us with the town hall 10s. So we run the gamut from low town halls all the way up, and we're doing really good, right, Scott? I'm really happy.
I wouldn't mind having a couple more like that.
Smaller?
Super shitty bases that can attack. So if you're thinking about a second account and all you want to do is bring some drags, I guess you could try it.
Yeah, and that's definitely up on our banner. It must have drags and rage at Town Hall 7 to join. So if you have that and you want to give it a shot, or you want to see how some of our other players have been doing it, it's a fun place to get some achievements done, and everyone seems to be having a good time. So,
But back to the algorithm, how often have like albums before they hit the stores sneak out, or bootleg copies of movies, or prototypes of toys sneak out into the market? How is there not one fucking confirmed list of war algorithms floating around out there, or other little tidbits from this game that are just fucking the Bible of this is why this does what. If you do this to that, this gets fucked. How has that not actually happened yet? Because I know other games leak all kinds of shit like that, and it's dead on. And we've yet to see anything like that with this game at all.
Yeah, I got two theories. One is if somebody does have it, they're not sharing it. Or the other thing is nobody's really figured it out yet. But I'm hoping that there's somebody that's been out there that's figured it out. You got to figure that there's got to be mathematicians and all kinds of people that can do high math that play the game. So they must be looking at this stuff. So
yeah, but if someone has this, if you have the goose that lays the golden egg, you're showing everyone. You might keep it to yourself for a while.
Yeah.
But you're like, check this shit out.
Yeah.
Even if it's just to rub it in their face, you're showing it.
Or to make a name for yourself.
And you're like,
yeah.
Don't tell anyone, dude. Don't tell anyone. And that dude tells everyone.
Yeah.
It's getting out, because if someone told me, I'd be fucking talking about it right here on the podcast. So no secrets told to me if you don't want them told.
I think somebody knows. I don't know. I'm not saying that there's 100% proof out there, but if there are clans out there that are experimenting with their feeder clans and they are matching, maybe they got something. But I've read some posts that also said that it has to do a lot with timing. If two people hit search at the same time, it's more than likely gonna match you two up.
Because we've had clans that don't even make sense together too. Here's what I'd like to see. This is a call out to everyone listening. If you're in a clan that even has ideas about the algorithm or some more matchups you think it might be interesting to talk to with us on here, we'd love to talk to you and bring you on, because we're only 3 guys, assuming and guessing, and I'm sure it'd be much more interesting with 4 guys doing that.
Yeah, definitely. You'd be invited on the podcast too if there's anybody out there that's got any information that would that would lead to the arrest of. It totally came out like I was a cop. But if anybody out there's got any information on their theories, I'd love to even just hear anybody's guess on what they think is part of.
Right, because we'll try it.
Yeah, and you know what? We should throw out an open invitation also that if anybody is close in clan size to LexCorp, let's try hitting the search button or the start war button at the same time too, and see if
it'd be fun.
See if we can get that to work. That'd be fun.
I'm sure there's a few clans out there that like to have a piece of us anyway.
Oh yeah, well we've broken a lot of hearts now. We have 45 wins under our belt, so we're doing really good. Our members are up to 40, so we're definitely getting stronger, and it is what it is. But yeah, I mean,
it'd be cool to have one of our matchups just be a clan we fought before. Just another shot at the title, whether it's us going after something they took from us or vice versa.
That would be awesome, a rematch.
Because I'd definitely like to go after a couple of those that were super, super close.
Yeah, and I'm reaching out to some people on Twitter that have some theories on this, so hopefully we'll get a lot of people on the show to talk about it, or if they want to just Skype in, leave their comments or whatever. But follow us definitely on our Twitter accounts. That's kind of the easiest way right now. So, or Scott, we have a Facebook too. What's the Facebook account?
I don't know.
All right, I'll edit that out.
Don't need to edit it out. That's Rob's job.
That was just sad.
I think it's ClashCast Pod.
It's like, I don't know.
That's it.
It's like That's like having like an unwanted child. You know, you just made an account. You don't even want anything to do with it.
You can't even edit this out. This is pure drama.
Oh, I just felt so embarrassed after you said that.
Ask me again and I'll pretend.
Nah, just leave it in.
So anyway,
Well,
it's Facebook.
Anyways,
Flashcast Pod, I think.
yeah, don't go to Facebook because we won't check it. Just go to Twitter.
We don't check it, but Rob checks it. Taco checks it.
Yeah, Taco Lover is going through some family problems right now, so he's not around. But we'll be sure to send the message if there's anybody out there who wants to get on Facebook with us. But I don't have any access to the account. It's kind of Rob's creation, I think. So
I think he's afraid that we'll post dick pics on there.
I have to sign up myself. I don't even know anything about it.
Dude, here's what's really going on. It's so many fucking pictures of Taco when we were little kids.
Oh, he's afraid?
Do you remember what Overboard with Adam Sandler where he has that real curly little white fro?
Yeah.
So Robbie had one of these real curly little things. We had this rat tail
Right.
that looked like a... You ever ate Arby's? You know those curly fries?
Yeah.
You know that one that's super, super tight, but you stretch it, it's like fucking 10 foot long?
Like a pigtail.
So he would jump in my fucking swimming pool. And this was like I saw his little curly tail forever. I just thought it was a little curly tail. He magically jumps in my fucking swimming pool and this thing turns fucking 40 foot long. So he has this fucking beautiful fucking rat tail just
He looked like
circling my swimming pool like an anaconda.
He looked like a stingray.
What the fuck is that? Like it's down to his fucking butt crack, like fucking Crystal Gale. I mean, it's pure fucking beautiful. And I'm like, holy shit. So we're over there grabbing it and stroking it, and I think I circled it around my fucking neck like a feather boa, and we took pictures with it. But I have fucking pictures of this fucking rat tail and him just being a fucking total dipshit in our everyday life for probably till our his mid-20s, my early 30s, pure
Man,
retarded shit.
You know,
I got pictures of him getting his nutsack racked on skateboards. I mean, you've seen a few pictures of him. He's a nutball. So if I had the Facebook access, there'd be rat tails, which you can relate to because that's kind of a Vato thing.
Hell no. Never had a rat tail.
that we can produce proof of anyway. Yeah, we would really probably fuck with that Facebook. But now we don't have to because I just called him out. until he gets a hold of this and edits every fucking thing I said out.
All right, well, I'll give Rob a cut right here. So if you want to contact us, go ahead and contact or look us up on Twitter at Rigoletto Clash for mine, and LexCorp Clash for the main clan info. And we post all our war stats up on there, and contact us about this war algorithm, please. Let's figure this out together, because me and Scott ain't going to do it.
Or if you have show ideas or questions, we just get on here and just talk. If we weren't recording, we would just be saying the exact same shit. And,
yeah, it's kind of like
Did you fall down?
No, that was my iPad fell.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's fine. It just fell off the desk. Yeah, this podcast is just sort of like our everyday in-game chat. At least that's what it feels like. So, oh hey, we have a couple of promotions in the clan. We should give those guys some shout-outs real quick. Sir Herps, co-leader, good job. He's got the new sheriff's badge, and he's doing a pretty good job with it now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And who else do we have? We had a couple of them.
We promoted the overseas boys so we can have a night shift.
Oh, Australia.
Phil and Blue.
Yeah, we got our Aussie guys holding it down while we're asleep.
Yeah, they're from Scotland. Waiting to know our members.
I thought Raj was from Australia.
He's been fucking elder for fucking 6 months.
I never talk to him because it's always like when I'm asleep.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Blue is from Scotland? Is that what he was talking about, driving through Scotland about?
Yeah.
I thought he was on vacation.
Dude, pay attention to these people. They have feelings.
I'm working.
Where am I from?
I don't know.
Who am I? Do you even care?
You know what? I really do have a bad memory. They're gonna give me so much crap now when I get back in the game.
Yeah.
Hey, where are you from?
Hey.
Where am I? Where am I from?
Troops, please. How about fuck off, Rig?
And in fact, I think I was asking Watts28 earlier. I was like, "Where are you from?" Because
Yeah, he lives down the street a couple hundred miles.
from you.
Yeah, he's like a couple hours away.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just you know what? I just hear Australia, and then I just think everyone's from Australia. So, anyways, sorry to all the Australians out there if you're listening.
Because you offended them by saying people from Scotland live there. The fuck is wrong with you?
I didn't know where Blue was from. I feel so terrible now. Sorry, Blue.
And Phil.
Phil too?
Yeah, they work together.
Oh gosh, how do you keep
Phil
up?
looks like Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, I seen him. He looks like Train Spotting. Yeah,
We lost like half our listeners right here. They're like, what the fuck are these guys talking about?
yeah. We already hit our hour mark.
Hey, thanks for sticking around.
We don't even know who we are. Tell us who you are.
Anyway, thanks for listening to us babble. We're about ready to start dropping some more episodes, a little more current. We had to get this one out because we waited too long for Rob to be able to be available. We figured we better sneak one out between that and him actually being available.
Yeah,
Checking us out. Check out the other Clash Clan podcast. Follow us on all that shit that we don't know where to go to, and we'll see you next fucking week.
Sounds good.
Bye forever.
Bye forever, Scott.
My